I swear to God, football is going to be the undoing of me at any point. How the heck did we not get anything out of that game, honestly? There's a whole bunch of emotions going through my head right now because that's the most comfortable I've seen Sunderland play against a Manchester City team that has got so much class about it that it should be walking the league, quite frankly. And we made them look extremely average. The reason we didn't get anything was because they kept getting everything in the final third, and so on and so on. They kept getting the decisions. Well, I mean, not the decisions. That sounds like the ref was biased. To be fair, he wasn't. But you get what I mean. The final decision-making stuff, that they kept getting everything. And that was very, very annoying. We had a couple of shots cleared off the line. De Hart had to make at least one very good double save to keep Manchester City winning. Honestly. There are a lot of positives to take out of this game for Sunderland. However, the annoying thing is, again, Bournemouth had to bloody win, which we could have done without. Swansea dropped points. You know, Newcastle obviously play at a later date, but... Right, positives. That was the best I've seen Sunderland play all season. Certainly one of the best performances all season. I know it doesn't have much competition, but that was still one of the better performances I've seen us have this season. I've just watched the highlights back, right? So the goal itself, right? The goal was kind of a mistake from Billy Jones by not getting to Aguero quicker, but at the same time, the way the ball skids off the turf and deflects off the turf to Aguero's feet was a little bit fortunate. So I'm hesitant to criticise the defence too much for that. Then, like I said, the double saves that Sunderland had a host of chances to equalise. The first one was Corney from a Jermaine Lens set piece. Cross comes in, right about the 6-yard area. Corney free header, and it goes wide. You've got to be scoring them, mate. And Corney had a very good game, by the way, in my opinion. But like I say, though, it's just he missed a chance like that he should be burying, quite frankly. Then he had Defoe, who has a shot that Hart does really well to get to. And then Jones, a follow-up, somehow not going in the back of the net. And then second half, we just kept piling on the pressure. You know, Billy Jones had a fantastic shot from the edge of the area, which bar like a deflection bounce sort of thing. It looked like it was creeping its way into the top corner. And then Joe Hart is there again. He gets there and somehow saves it. You know, John O'Shea had a chance as well, and Damon Doy came on, had a couple of opportunities which blasted over. Envia had a shot, you know. The stats say on BBC anyway, they said we only had 2 shots on target. That is slightly concerning. However, Sunderland, I literally mean this. You cannot let the standards in performance drop like that between now and the end of the season. I don't expect you to play like that every single game, right? But I expect you to play like that, keep that level against teams that aren't Manchester City. Now look at the next 2 games for us. You've got Liverpool and Manchester United, right? Now, irrespective of the fact they are still Liverpool and Man United, they are still 2 of the biggest clubs in the world. Well, certainly based on history terms, but they're still 2 massively big clubs. However, in comparison to the players that City have got they got anyone that Sunderland should be shit scared, really terrified of? Man United, well, Rooney always plays well against us, but you get what I mean. Liverpool, take Coutinho out. What have they got? That's like Aguero's quality. Sturridge out injured. Who knows? He'll come back on Saturday against us, against more than anyone else. But there's positives to take from their way. Kirchhoff, I was saying after the Tottenham game, do not criticise him on 20 minutes of football. Yes, his first actual debut wasn't very good, but that was because he was just getting back from a long time out of not playing. And like I said in my transfer video the other day, he is not at Bayern Munich in the first place if he's not any good. End of story. So then you've got so he looked very composed in CDM. However, and then also you got Lamine Cornet for his full debut as well, because that was Kirchhoff's first full debut for Sunderland. Both of them looked very good. They looked very good, but that's based on the first game that they played. I'm not going to get too carried away here because we need players to do that level consistently. If we keep playing like that, and just with a bit more luck and a bit more composure in the final third, and as long as other teams around us obviously get beat, because at some point teams around us will drop points, we should stay up. I'm not saying we will, obviously, because I'm 50-50 on that at the moment, but there's every chance we should stay up. Guys, there's not much more to say. Played well, should have won. One, maybe you could argue, maybe not, because City did have their chances as well. My man of the match, personally, would go to Nicolas Otamendi from City. And he was kind of an unsung hero when people talk about him, at least from when I was talking to people after the game. I was talking to some Man City fans on the way home after the game, because they were travelling up to Newcastle and we were on the metro on the way back. We should have too much quality to go down. We should. In comparison to teams around us, we should. I believe there's enough in that team to stay up. It's just a matter of going out and doing it. So, but City, I've got to say, one thing I would say, now I was quite worried before this game, in some respects, that how would the City players react to Manuel Pellegrini saying that he's leaving at the end of the season and Guardiola's coming in? They're going to be playing for their futures now. They are really going to be playing for their futures between now and the end of the season. They've really got to impress in the next few months. One thing that didn't impress me that Pellegrini did, which I'm not going to lie, he took off Iheanacho at the start of the second half. It might have been due to fatigue because he played against Villa. It has to be remembered there. But he brought on Fernando. Now, you're going defensive against Sunderland. Sunderland shouldn't have the players to terrify Manchester City like that. I still think there's quality in Sunderland's team, but Man City shouldn't be terrified of Sunderland. They shouldn't be. So, with that in mind, maybe it's a good thing you're getting Pep Guardiola, I don't know. But to be fair to Man City, after the game I said I didn't want them to win the league after that because I did feel that some of their players were pushing the boundaries a little bit. But having said that, I think that was the emotions after the game talking. So what I would say is, if Man City are going to win games like that while playing shite, let's be honest, they should win the league. On paper, they should walk this league quite comfortably. End of story. But I'm going to take positives from this. I've got to, otherwise I'm going to cry. How on earth we did not get anything out of that game, I do not know. But if we play like that with a bit more composure in the final third against someone who isn't Manchester City, we should be fine. Not saying we will, but we should be. Look, guys, like, comment below and subscribe. And yeah, things can only get better. Let's hope so anyway. And come on, let's see. I think we've never won at Anfield. What a time for that to change. Let's hope so. See you later.